I'm not the judge.
There she is. Let me just tell you how important this race is. Judge Rebecca Bradley was appointed after a long, exhaustive search by our governor, Scott Walker. And it's very important that we have judges on the bench that have some understanding about business and other areas. Most of the judges, almost all of them, are ex-County of Milwaukee district attorneys. And they have an interesting philosophy on some of the cases, and but most of them don't have any business experience whatsoever. Rebecca worked at Reinhardt for 20 years.
White Hirschbeck.
How on?
White Hirschbeck.
I'm sorry, White Hirschbeck, for a period of time, and so she is well experienced in everything. And it's really my honor to introduce to you Judge Rebecca Bradley.
Good afternoon, everyone. Almost. It's great to be here. Thank you for waiting to hear me speak. Have you been fed? I always hate to be speaking right before lunch or something, but I was just at another community forum participating in a panel discussion with a variety of candidates, including my opponent. So thank you for all sticking around to hear from me. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I literally ran up the stairs to come talk to you. We are 10 days away from April 2nd, which is Election Day, and I'm really excited about that for many reasons, because I've been working hard on the campaign trail to retain my seat as a Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge, and I'd like to spend more of my time focusing on doing a great job in the Circuit Court system. I know many of you in the room, but I don't know all of you. I'll give you a little bit about my background. I was born and raised in the city of Milwaukee. I've lived in Milwaukee County all of my life. I practiced law for almost 17 years, for 12 years off and on with the law firm of White Hirschbeck Dudak. And I practiced at another law firm before that. But I also have experience in business. While I was with White Hirschbeck, one of our clients asked me to come on board and join the legal team, and it was a great opportunity for me to work in a legal capacity, but also wear a business hat. I was the vice president of legal operations, and so I have firsthand experience working in business. And I think that's important for the reasons that Bob alluded to. A lot of our judges come from the DA's office and the public defender's office, and that's great experience for being a judge. But I think it's important to have a diversity of experience on the bench, and I come from the civil practice realm and have experience in business, and that's what I bring to the bench. I also worked while I was in private practice for 4 years as an American Arbitration Association arbitrator. That was great preparation for the work that I'm doing now, because I was trained as a neutral, trained to think like a judge, trained to set aside my personal beliefs and feelings and inclinations and just look at the facts and look at the law and apply the law to the facts as fairly as I could. Now I'm on the bench. I've been there since December 6th when I was sworn in, very proudly. And I'm serving in children's court. There's a huge volume of cases in children's court. We have a lot of need in our community. I handle cases involving juvenile delinquency and children in need of protection or services because of abuse and neglect. And I'm really glad to be there, because one of the motivating factors for me in seeking a spot on the bench was to give back to the community that I love very much and that I care very deeply about. And children's court is really important service because we are affecting the lives of the children in our community, hopefully preventing them from becoming adult offenders and therefore making our community a better place. And so I'm very committed to safety of our community and toward strengthening our families. I have the endorsements of all the major county law enforcement associations: Milwaukee Police, Milwaukee Police Supervisors, our first responders, the Milwaukee Professional Firefighters, the Milwaukee Sheriff's Deputies, Sheriff Clark. I also have bipartisan support all over the county and all over across the political spectrum, and that's very important to me because this is a nonpartisan race. I have run a nonpartisan race for this position, and it's important for judges to attract support across the county. And so I'm proud to say that I got County Executive Chris Abele and Sheriff Clark to agree on one thing, perhaps only one thing, and that is that I am doing a fine job as a judge and I should be re-elected. I have the endorsements of both of those elected officials in our community. I also have the support of our longtime retired District Attorney, Michael McCann. He served as District Attorney for 38 years and was my opponent's boss for most of her career. So I'm really proud to have the endorsement of Mr. McCann. He served our community well and very ethically. We are 10 days away from the election. And I want to thank everyone in this room who has been so supportive of me in so many ways. And I ask you for the last 10 days to continue supporting me by making sure that people hear about what this race is about. Because unfortunately, my opponent put up a very negative attack ad against me on Wednesday. And it's a typical ad. We've all seen them, whether you've seen this one or not. They found the ugliest picture they could find of me, put it in black and white and played some eerie music, and then made a bunch of scandalous false assertions about me. And so I'm combating that by continuing to run a very nonpartisan, non-political, and very positive campaign. I will continue that. I think it resonates very well with the voters, 59% of whom in the primary supported me, including 54% in the city of Milwaukee. I'm really proud of those numbers, and I'm working very hard to ensure that I am elected on April 2nd. So thank you again so much for all of your support and for taking the time to hear from me. If anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very important that in this 10th time we're telling you this, but it's very important.